Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shop. Hello, hello. What is up, people? Josh Jones Cologne, your host with the most here. I don't like to boast, but let's just leave it at that. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Entertainment. How you doing, brother?
Hey, that actually rhymed. Your co-host. That ain't sweeter than French toast. But
The
I mean,
man of
we're
the
still here.
hour. We're here. The man of the hour, the man with the power, and that's too sweet.
To be sour.
That's right. That's right. So we are here.
What's up,
Welcome to
man?
Shop Culture Now. Oh man, it's good to see you, love.
People,
How you doing, brother? I ain't seen you in a while. How you
I know,
doing? What's
man.
going on with
It's
you,
been a
man?
whole week, man.
Me
Keeping
too, bro.
busy.
Just
Like
busy.
today, Josh, and I'm gonna want to, again, posting it on my Instagram and posting it,
Yeah,
on my
I know you.
Facebook.
Well, you just got done. This is exclusive, like backstage interview. People don't know this, but
Yeah, yeah,
let
yeah.
them know.
I
Let
just
them
got
know. You
done
know what I
shooting
mean?
a film called Black Knight,
That's
and I
right.
died, and it was fucking cool.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Real
cool.
dope. Real dope.
Covered in
Scene.
blood, man.
Lowe's got covered in blood in the Dahlia Wood movie that is probably getting pitched to Amazon. So
So
we got a
Josh,
lot of yeah.
before we get off that, I gotta say this. If you want to see me, ladies, if you want to see me with my bloody clothes on, I'm starting OnlyFans today. All right,
Oh man,
five
Low
dollars,
starting OnlyFans.
five
I only,
dollars.
I
All
listen. I'm
right,
not even going to touch on that. I'm not even going to say too much else about that. I'm not going to get into it anymore.
come on,
But
promote it, Josh. Come on,
I can't believe you just went there. But it's
bro. I'll
cool.
give you.
Let's get
Listen,
right back. Let's get
I'll give
right
you
back. Yo,
50% of the proceeds, bro.
we'll talk. We'll talk. I already get a
Now you want to
percentage.
talk
You know what I
about
mean? We'll
it.
talk. We'll talk. We got
But
to
what's
get
up,
some
Josh?
type of
No,
other.
no. I can't go on without saying how are you doing because we ain't see each other in a week, man. How are you doing?
I know, man. I'm all right. I'm hanging tough, man. Just a lot of hurry up and staying busy
You
and
still writing?
writing. Yeah, I got well, the first episode to our series is done.
Mm-hmm.
You just got done filming that flick. I was waiting for you to do that and waiting for us to get the go ahead. Not only that, by the city,
Mm-hmm.
but to be able to film in public and stuff like that. Like you know what I mean? Like so, we're gonna
I
do
gotta
that.
ask you this,
Yeah,
Josh. I seen
Sam, how you
that
doing, Sam?
Sam.
Sam from
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. Listen,
UK. What's
I
up?
know it's
We
quarantine,
were trying
Sam.
to send you the link to call
Sam, I know
in.
it's quarantine. I don't want to bust anybody's pockets. Of course, these pictures could be easily $50 or $100, but $5. I mean,
That's
listen,
right.
I
We're
can
cheap.
go
I
to
mean,
KFC afterwards, get a
you got
bucket
to start
box.
somewhere. You got to
But Josh,
start somewhere. And if
I
it's an
couldn't help it.
OnlyFans, I
I couldn't
support
help
you if
but
you want to do
notice, Josh.
OnlyFans.
You sent me a picture with you chilling and shit, right? And you
Uh huh.
had the Elvis commemoratives behind you, but I
Yeah.
also got to see on the side of that your storyboard. Can we touch on that real quick because it was a storyboard that you've created, and I know you're gonna go forward with it, but it was
Oh
just
yeah.
dope to see that you have that storyboard just written out on what you want to do.
Yeah. No, this is basically what I got here so far, and
Okay.
it's pretty much got a whole bunch of notations about what we'll be doing and what's coming up, who's going to be working on the soundtrack. We got Lavari on there. I got a couple other people, my boy John Carr, Cory Kastle, obviously, again, who we're featuring on today's show. And we got a lot of surprises for you and some cool stuff coming up. But this here is our baby. This is the Jones Gang's baby. This is going to be our first Jones Gang TV studio production. We're really excited about it. And it's about the 70s, and it's taking place in Philadelphia. And I could not be more excited about the cast and the way the soundtrack's coming together. So I'm really just submerging myself in that, other than running my landscaping business with the bull Mickey Blue during the day from 6
Right.
a.m. to like a good sometimes 7 at night, man, just getting it off the ground. Because we need that money to fund the movie too. We got some other producers coming in, and I got some tricks up my sleeve. You know me.
And they're still filming. So, Josh,
That's right.
last week, our topic was Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. We didn't really get to touch into it as much as we wanted to. But this week's topic is crazy. So what is this week's topic?
So this week's topic, and I just before I get into this week's topic, I want to get into the Mortal Kombat Street Fighter thing. I just want to touch slightly. We are a pop culture, shop culture podcast. So we will talk about things that were relevant at the time and the zone, and whether it be the 90s, 80s, 2000s, 70s, wherever we go with that is where we go. And we love to talk about not only the past, but what it's done to the future, what it's done for the future down the line. We have a very, very good gaming podcast on Toxic Radio, which gets into all the logistics of the games and stuff like that. And Angelo and our boy Mike, man, they really know the ins and outs of that stuff, and that's definitely something you should check out if you were.
So Josh, what you're saying is on my screen you're to my left, and I'm to the right. So I guess we are defibrillator paddles, right? Clear shot culture. Clear shot culture.
Yeah, clear. Yeah, we bring it back to life. We're seeing what gets brought back to life. Clear and what stands the test of time. You know what I mean?
Right.
But today's episode, before I get into today's episode, let's bring on today's guest. We have a very, very special guest. It's a very, very good friend of mine, comic, actor,
a good friend of ours,
comedian. He's been a good friend of mine for years, and that's why I say that. But a good friend of ours, a good friend of the Jones Gang, a good friend of the show. Exactly. So, the one, the only, we have Cory Kastle in the house with us, and he's going to get into our opening of our what we like to call conspiracy series. Yo, Cory, what up, brother?
Thor, what's up? I call him Thor, guys. I'm sorry.
All right, Thor. He does look like Thor, doesn't he? He does look like Thor. You
gotta unmute your mic if your mic is muted.
No, it's
I think he's got it. I think he's got it.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, folks, how's it going?
Good.
What up, Cory? How you doing?
Welcome to today. It's amazing. It's rainy. It's rainy here, but another great day to be alive.
Can't complain there, especially with this damn COVID-19 shit that's going around, brother. How you holding up? Are you quarantining, or are you staying safe, or what's going on?
I don't go out. I don't go out of the house without putting my bandana over my face like a bandit.
Yeah. I feel like it's just such a we're at a cool point in fashion where we could do that. You know what I mean? So that's cool.
Like outlaws, man.
And our boy, and like I said, our boy Dashar has been doing it for like 2 years. So it's like, hey, we're legally allowed to do this. Wear these masks and look cool doing it. What you been up to, Cor?
I've been doing my podcast. I've been doing Wrestle Rock. It's almost like this is like built for us. We're us broadcasters. It's like we've been prepared for this from the start. I've got backlogged episodes for my podcast releasing on my feed, my iTunes and everything. That's up until like August. So at the moment, I'm just kind of chilling.
Cool, man. Cool. So man. Yeah.
My most recent episode was with Todd Glass, and before that, I had Jeffrey Gorian, who is he's a survivor of the COVID double pneumonia. So he just told the whole story, the whole like hell scene of being in the New York City hospital. Dude, very educational, gonna help you out a lot. If you check it out, it's on my YouTube channel. It's not yet on iTunes or Spotify yet, but it will be in the summer.
So that's hey Core, that's cool, man. So with that, I gotta bring in Mike, our producer. Mike, where you at, bro?
Our producer, Mike. Where's he at? There he goes. There he goes.
Mike,
my man.
Honestly, for me,
in the house, in the flesh.
Josh tries to pick on me, even though I'm taller than him. I love that Castlemania. That's
there we go. There it is.
I had to show off to everybody to go check out Evolving with Cory Kastle.
Absolutely.
Evolving with Cory Kastle is the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And this, I just want everybody to know, Cory Kastle is kind of my podcasting mentor. I mean, I remember when I first moved up to Bucks County a couple years ago. I really, didn't know too many people out here or anything like that. Cory definitely, he said, "Hey, I'm doing a podcast." I had no clue what a podcast was. I don't know. I was like, maybe like a year sober and just getting my head together and stuff like that. But I just seen the outlet that Cory had to speak, and the things that Cory had to say. People are willing to listen, and it just humbled me. And I was always so happy to be involved with his. And then it was only a matter of time for somebody who was like, "Yo, when are you guys going to have your space to kind of like do your thing, to breathe a little bit?" And I'm happy to have Cory here to experience this moment in history with us, to be honest.
Well,
I just want to get that out of the way.
I want to also get out of the way a little quick shout out and thank you to Mike Francolino for
That's right.
So
this is full circle, kind of. Tell him. Hit him with it.
When we started the first podcast, we did Wrestle Rock. We actually were doing it for a little while at CSB, and we were calling it Wrestling Rock Radio. And then we had a meeting with Francolino, and he was like, "How do you guys feel about changing the name?" And then we sat and we changed the name. We repackaged the show completely. Mike made us some graphics. We got it started out like the fact that we just celebrated our 5 years of Wrestle Rock, and it's one of my favorite things I do. And Mike really, and that's why we call him the Great Francolio.
The Great Francolio, the Francolino, the Great Francolino.
You know what's crazy? I call him Teddy Bear. That's just my thing.
That's what you call him.
Call him. Wrestle Rock is still a great show, and was a great show when it was with Toxic, and I used to be the producer engineer for those guys as well. And I would jump in a lot because I'm a huge mark for wrestling, and I did train for a couple of years and found I didn't have what it takes at the legendary Monster Factory. But I mean, I say in life, you got to try it. You might fail, and you might not know.
Right.
You might not realize it's not for you. But I tried it.
Fall. How you gonna know what getting up's like?
Exactly. But these guys, between Cory and Rick, and say his name again. Why his name's
Matt Flowers.
Matt Flowers. Oh, Matt was great every fucking time. But Rick would come in with his giant thing of soda every single week, and just BSing about wrestling every single week, and having amazing interviews. It was a great time. I loved every second of it. I love that you guys continue doing it.
So that's 5 years now. You're saying, Cory, 5 years, Wrestle Rock anniversary, and the Great Francolino had a hand in it, right?
We just celebrated our 5-year anniversary of Wrestle Rock.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah. Josh called me when Josh called me for the podcast. I don't know. I was kind of iffy. But Josh was like, "Listen, you're a talker. You can talk. You can entertain. Let's do it." Sat back, thought about it, and I said, "Fuck it. Why not? We're here."
Well, there's definitely no reason we shouldn't be doing it, and that's. Hey, Steph, what's going on? I want to say, if you guys are watching on Facebook Live or on YouTube or on the new Twitch stuff that we're doing, we thank you all. Please share the show. We're trying to do something where we reach the masses here. I'm going to get into our topic today, and there's a reason our topic is it's a touchy one. It's definitely a can of worms that is being leaked out as we speak. It's something that's been going on for years and years and years at a time. We're talking about things that date back to the early 1900s and some even before that. But we're going to be talking about conspiracy series. I'm going to call this a conspiracy series on conspiracy theories on Shock Culture Now. So this is the reason I have.
So who dives in first, Cory?
So this is the reason we have Cory on the show is I'd like to get his opinion on a few things. So Cory is the first one that ever even brought up to me on one of the first episodes I did on Evolving with Cory Kastle, which you guys really should check out. Go through the backlogs, and it's growth track more than anything. Like Cory likes to say, it's audio time travel is what we like to call it. But Cory, my mind's been blown recently, and I just need to have your input on this because you were the first one that even brought up the whole conspiracy theory. And I think you brought up reptilian conspiracy theories at one point, and which I definitely want to get into in a little bit. But right now, there's something called Hangar One that is on Netflix. I don't know if anybody saw it. It's a docuseries about basically the files that they are allowed to release. Basically, this is the real life X-Files, people. You remember X-Files? You remember Mulder? You remember Scully? That shit was really going down. Now, Cory, have you seen it at all, sir?
The truth is out there. Yeah, I watched. I'm watching it right now. It's actually on my TV in my living room right now.
All right.
Yeah, it's on mute. I'm just reading the subtitles. But I watched the first and the fourth episode.
So how did you feel about the well? See, what blew my mind was the presidential effort to get these UFO files released. And every time a president wanted to go to get elected to our office, this is one of the things that he would say he was going to do. But by the time he got to office, he couldn't even get access to them, or he would get access to them and was like, I don't know. I think this is a can of fucking worms. And if I let this out, there's not going to be, it's just not going to be good. We're going to have an uprising. We're going to have all this types of it. Go ahead. Fill me in.
Can I say this? I think that
Cory.
Yeah. Wait. Time out. Sorry, Cory, but I got to chime in on this one because I think Hangar 1 is a conspiracy theory wrapped inside of a conspiracy theory. You look at it like this. If that
it's a conspiracy series.
Wait. If that conspiracy theory is out there, right? And they tell you, oh, we can't have access to this or access to that. Well, why is this being put out there for us to even watch and have knowledge of anyway?
Here's the thing. 70,000 files were just released. And that's the reason they were allowed to do this Netflix documentary series. So we're not going to. All right, we're not even going to get into that right now. Cory, how do you feel about it? You call bullshit on what? What do you call bullshit on?
Good, right? I call bullshit.
Cory.
I call bullshit. No. I call bullshit on the fact that that is a theory that's wrapped inside of a theory.
Are you kidding me?
Now, do I believe? I think it's a theory wrapped inside of a theory. I don't believe it. No, I don't. I think it's a conspiracy theory. I don't believe it. No.
You don't believe what?
I don't believe in the Hangar files. I don't believe in that. Do I believe that we are the only species in the entire universe? No, I don't. I believe that there could be extraterrestrials, or I've seen UFOs in my lifetime in person to know well enough. Like, all right, that's real shit. But the
Hangar files are the Mutual UFO Network.
I don't care. I just feel as though
you're saying okay. Cory, what do you feel about the MUFO, the Mutual UFO Network? Do you think it's legit?
It's not out of nowhere. Like it didn't just come out of nowhere. They absolutely have been storing up this information, but I think with anything, it's very selective what gets released to the public. Like
exactly.
you said,
you're a smart man.
All those files just got declassified, and CNN has recently leaked footage of like actual. It's like, why not right now when everything else means nothing anyway? When the world's kind of in
chaos. You're a funny guy, Jose. Go ahead, Cory. I'm sorry.
The world's kind of in chaos. We'll just under the radar throw out that the Navy's got some footage of unidentified spacecrafts, but like Anderson Cooper just put it out there.
So Cory, I know you're big on this topic here. So I gotta ask you this: did you ever see? I got the Cory Kastle shirt too. Did you ever see the documentary on the History Channel where there was a guy that was at Roswell, New Mexico, when the so-called weather balloons had crash landed, but he brought home the material, a piece of the material, and he tried to bend it, burn it. He tried to do everything to it. His son actually watched him do it. And he took the material that he found and buried it, but they killed him, classified, okay? His son, which is like 85, 90 years old today, okay? And his son was telling the story of how his father brought this metallic metal home, tried to destroy it the best way he couldn't put a dent, scratch, nothing on it. And then it was brought up that it was weather balloons. Did you ever see that on the History Channel?
I heard about it, but I never saw it.
Never saw it either. But cover-ups have been happening since the 1940s. Easy. probably even before that, according to the UFO files, the Hangar 1 files, and the MUFON network. There has been crash landing on site. There was actually something in 1887 that happened. They found it pulled up in like an old newspaper saying there's something that crash landed, and they had to go and pray over the body, but they didn't know what kind of body it was.
Well, through history,
and this is
UFO crashed in the windmill.
Yeah, the windmill,
Yeah.
Aurora, the UFO crash.
Remember, through
Aurora,
history,
Texas,
through history,
1897.
They say that aliens helped build the pyramids.
I mean, it could go there, and we could do that on definitely another episode, though, because that's a whole other realm and stuff like that.
No, that's actually in this realm, 'cause that's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, no, it's one of them, but we're on the Aurora windmill incident. There was an alien pilot that a funeral was held for. They actually called a reverend to pray over this alien body. This was found in a newspaper article, very nonchalantly written up, and the mystery wasn't as scary to them as it is to us. Because in 1887, there were a lot of mysteries. We didn't know much. We didn't know what the hell was going on. But now we open up a can of worms like that, and the whole world would be just shook to its core that there's another species, or we're too intellectual of a species to think otherwise. 1897. That's what I said.
But my thing is that
early evidence around
the universe stretches far and wide and beyond our even knowledge of scientists' knowledge. But to think that we're alone, I don't think so. However, I really think that the Hangar files for me is bullshit. That's just
so you think it's just a media produced production bullshit.
Absolutely.
So all these are facts accounted for.
How do you know
that people have testimonials?
How do you know? Now we
there
know
are testimonials. How do cops have facts? How do cops have facts? You go to witnesses and you have testimonials. Am I right or am I wrong?
Roswell is a fact. We know that
witnesses
1897, that's a fact. But what other facts do you have? What other facts do you have? Have you been there physically to see what they've been digging up or what they have archived?
Have you?
No. Men in Black? No, I haven't.
So there are Men in Black. Bullshit. That's the thing. No, that's what we're getting on. You're calling bullshit that there are Men in Black and X-Files people. That's what you're calling bullshit on?
I'm calling bullshit.
There are people that cover this shit up.
I am calling.
There are people that just are paid to cover it up.
Hangar files. And the reason why I'm calling bullshit is bullshit.
That doesn't mean it didn't happen. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Chime in, Mike.
Doesn't mean just because of that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
I never thought that a topic like this would get so heated. Wow.
Well, I mean,
that's not even that though. He's calling bullshit. He's not even letting me finish.
No, I let you
calling bullshit on what? What are you calling bullshit on?
I said it like 5 times. I call bullshit on the Hangar files.
So here's the thing with any kind of topic like this. Anytime you talk about something that can't be 100% proven, it's very easy to call BS on something like that. Because the proof is laying at the foot of the person who's saying it's a possibility. Nobody can absolutely say 100% there is something out there, but nobody can say that there's 100% not something out there.
Mike, so they're saying in the Hangar files, they're saying only now presidents are supposed to know every file on every single detail. Now,
if you believe that,
certain presidents,
that is bullshit. That's
come on, bro. Come on.
It's need to know basis. And the president doesn't need to know it. They're not going to fucking tell him.
He's only there for 4 to 8
Secretary
years.
of Defense. All right, so we're in a situation right now where there could be a cover-up happening. We're in a situation right now where there could be a cover-up happening. Some fucking COVID thing got leaked. Whatever the fuck's going down, I think they're just trying to eliminate money. Let's not get the fuck into it right now. But what I'm thinking
I agree.
Is a whole bunch of cover-up shit that's happening right now. So it's been going on since 1897. It's been going on since 1897.
Even before then, when the government
there's people that get paid to cover this shit up. So, 1 minute, Cory, how do you feel, brother? I gotta hear you weigh in on this because you are the conspiracy theorist. You're the ultimate conspiracy theorist.
I'm not really.
Did I say that right? Did I say that right?
I don't really consider myself a conspiracy theorist. I think it's interesting that this stuff's out there. I don't think this is out there for no reason. That's why I don't really agree with Ange on his bullshit theory. But I think, of course there is embellishment. Yes, but I do not think bullshit completely.
I don't either. I think
now, Cory, don't misconstrue, Cory. I said the Hangar Files for me was bullshit.
Because it's a show on Netflix. It's just a content. It's just a matter of content being put out there. I get that.
It's produced. I get that. Yeah.
But as far as like what they're saying and these people who are so-called experts on things, they didn't just pull those people out of nowhere. Those are people who know things and have seen things and have heard things and have researched things. Like
witness, yeah.
These are all people who are speaking on this matter for a reason. They're speaking
Cory, that's why I asked you if you've seen the thing on the History Channel where they killed this guy's father because he stole a piece of the material and he didn't tell them where he hid it at.
Yeah, no, we know the file you're talking about.
So what's the file?
Go ahead, Cory.
I watched this other documentary on Hulu, and it was called it was like Beyond or Above Galactic or something like that. And it was about, it was tying together all these conspiracy theories. That was like, okay, it was like tying together Nazis.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Nazis having a underground spaceship. Yeah, it was under the ocean, and they were sending. It's so far fetched. You know what I mean? So it's hard to when you hear. Okay, I'll break it to you in wrestling, right? I'll just give this example. In wrestling, if a guy throws 100 punches and the other guy is just doing this, just not barely selling those punches don't mean as much. But if you throw one punch and the guy sells it like crazy for a good amount of time, that punch means a whole lot, right? But when these theories come out, and there's an abundance of all kinds of far-fetched theories, these are you can't find what the truth is. You can only find what theories are. Theories are open to tons of speculation and bullshit.
For sure. There's tons of bullshit surrounding it. I mean, there's definitely so many stories that get made up and brought up over time. And you know it is when you're in a room with people and you whisper, something in somebody's ear, and then you try to get it to get to the end of the room. And by the time it gets to the end of the room, it has so many different things attached to it that it's ridiculous. Like that happens in a room full of people. So I can imagine the storytelling that literally gets lifted up around this thing that people are just like, you know what? It's bullshit. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. But if you have witness testimonials, and this is how cold case files are broken, this is how detectives do work, this is how they do all that. They grab the testimonials and they look for things in it that is relevant to what happened or however it portrayed or what it broke down or whatever. What do you got, Cory?
Sorry to say this, but
let me know.
This is the same way stories about Jesus Christ came around. Like I think it's all the same story. It's whispered down the lane, like you said. It's that broken telephone. Some people have good things and some people have bad things, and it's like you got to consider the source on everything, who it's coming from, and why they're saying it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But here's the thing with that.
You could go.
To counter
that's
that,
a little far-fetched.
To counter that, Cory, to counter that, when you go, there is an actual Bible that was written of everything that happened. That's in the Historical Artifact Center. So
usually
my thing is that okay? That's to me that's true. Now, have any of y'all seen an alien? I'll wait. Anybody? Now, don't get me wrong. Again, I'll state it again.
Listen,
Wait. Again, I've seen in my lifetime 2 spacecrafts. 2. One was with my brother, And the second one, actually, that was the very first one I saw, was with me and my friends, and we seen a fucking military chopper try to hunt this thing down. And when I tell you that shit says gone, you seen guys on the chopper with guns. But what me and my brother saw, a golden spear like shape with lights and everything, that was real.
So I wanted to, can I jump in for 1 second? So talking about actually interacting with an alien, there's also another show on Toxic Radio called Paradelphia. Paradelphia has been around for a very long time, and
great show.
I've been a part of them many times to discuss stuff. They have great guests that would really have some great knowledge and things to say on this topic.
Wow.
But while I was
get any of them listening, man, feel free to call in or whatever.
We could definitely get array of these guests to come back on. They do, all of them love Toxic Radio. But
awesome.
On the show, I had discussed one time the alien dream, and I thought that everybody had the reoccurring alien dream. And it wasn't until I was on the show and we had a packed house, and when I started talking about these alien dreams that I have, that everybody kind of just looked at me with this look and their jaw dropped.
The side-eye thing?
Yeah, and they all looked at me and said, Mike, you have reoccurring alien dreams. I said,
crazy?
yes, all the time. I said, I have these alien dreams.
You was pro?
And that so kind of going down that road, yeah, I mean, not even joking, they think that in some way, shape, or form, either I had some kind of experience with aliens or I have been abducted in some way, shape, or form and don't remember it, but my subconscious keeps on bringing it back. My dreams go down the road of almost every time it's the scene where all these alien forms in their ships are coming down, but the aliens aren't the aliens we know, and what we kind of know as being alien is kind of similar to this, and I just had this up, so I'm bringing it up. Kind of big-eyed green.
Yeah, it's that whole thing. Yeah,
these aliens are actually orbs of light that come down and chase you. And in my dreams, the orbs of light, once they enter your body, they then take you up. You become an orb yourself and go up to the ship. So I'm constantly running away from these. And only one or two dreams have they actually caught me and brought me up to the ship. And once I get up to the ship, there are aliens in some kind of form, but that's where the dream always ends. So not to say that I've actually encountered it, but this is something in my own experience that once I realized that not everybody has these dreams and on a regular basis, kind of makes me say, what happened in my either past, mind, or what have you that is causing that?
That's deep shit, and I had no idea that you had any type of experience like that. So I'm sure when you heard me bring up this fucking topic, you were like, "Oh, dude, what the fuck did I have that dream?" Did you have it recently, Mike?
I think about a week or two ago, I have had that dream. It happens on an average a couple of times a month.
So the crazy part is in 1887, that windmill thing, the Texas 1897, the windmill, Aurora, Texas, the UFO crash. They said they had a funeral that was held for the alien pilot. It was badly disfigured, and it was not of this world. They were the exact things. They had a little tombstone on it that is, it had 3 circles and like a dish on it. That's all it had. So the people request to uplift the site. They request to go in there, and they said, listen, it's exhume the site. There we go. They request to exhume the site, and they're like, no, listen, you can't do it because it's on burial grounds. It's on church ground. You can't do it, or something like that. So they go over it to just to see it one more time. The thing's completely dug out, leveled up. There's something built on top of it. Nothing. It never existed. Only thing that existed was this article saying it existed. So it's classic cover up is just what I'm getting at. And there is a team of people that either work for an organization that literally go out and they cover these things up. And how close to a nuclear attack we've been, we'll never know, because every time one of these things come into our orbit that is around a nuclear satellite base of some sort, all we know is the trinkets keep going off. That means launch is getting ready. That means the computers are powering up. These are facts. This is what happened when they're saying this thing hovered over where I think it was Brazil or something like that.
No, it wasn't Brazil. It was a naval base, I believe in Texas, because there are hot spots, so they say.
I think it is a hot. It's one of the hot spots, Lo. That's for sure.
But my thing is that okay, for that to happen,
it says Texas Mexico border and between that Gulf kind of thing.
Right. But for that to happen, my thing is this, man. A lot of these people, especially like CIA has a lot of files. George Bush Sr. was head of CIA. Okay, so
he has all the answers, and he doesn't want to give them to us. That's what it is.
He even stated that once he got into office, and I knew this even without even watching the Hanger files. He stated that once he got into office of the presidency, that he would release some of the files on alien activity, and he never did. And the thing is that I'm gonna tell you right now, that's what he used to get in the office. That's what half of them used to get in the office. It's one of those things. It's one of those things where, again, if you release something of that magnitude, pandemic, coronavirus 2.0, you get what I'm saying? You cannot release something like if Cory is going into presidency.
I know there's certain things we don't need to know, but what we're saying is,
listen, hold on,
it doesn't exist.
Cory's going into presidency, and Cory is
I'll vote for Cory Kastle.
Was head of CIA, and we're like, Cory, the first question is, Cory, you're gonna release some of these files on UFOs and sightings, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, I got you guys. I'm gonna do that as soon as I get in office. I'm gonna do that. And you know what? A lot of these guys got elected because of that. Look at the terms.
Exactly.
Jimmy Carter, 1 term, right? Hoover, okay.
Cory Kastle, 2020.
Go forward. George Bush Sr., 1 term. Vote for Cory in 2020. I got the shirt on. But the thing is, my point is that these guys use that for popularity votes. You get what I'm saying?
That was my point. Yeah, that was my point too.
So again, it's one of those things we will never know. We will never truly know unless we are there. To know.
Unless we're there, unless we experience it.
Right. Yeah. Or unless you experience it for your own eyes, or and then even with that, you got to keep your mouth shut, because if you put that out there, you know what they say, like how you guys are talking about whispering in one ear and so forth and so on. Once that spreads, it's like, who started it? They're gonna go to the person that started it and kill that.
Even us doing this right now is probably going off in some way, like, they know something kind of thing.
Then I'm Jay-Z then. Come and get me.
Well, you know where to find us. We ain't hard to find.
We in Philly. They ain't worried about us. These Philly motherfuckers don't talk about that's
Cory, how do you feel about the crashes and cover-up situation? Did you hear about the windmill? Did you hear about the nuclear arming? That blew my mind, bro. The fact that these things can go a little above us and then control all of our electronics. And then there's the whole option of them being underwater, or not even them, us building things for them, building things like them and being underwater. What do you think about that? Is that reptilian? No, right?
It's a reptilian.
It sounds like it could be something to do with the reptilians, but at the same time, it's all too huge. And it's all, I'd have to be an egomaniac to think that I deserve to know all the secrets. You know what I mean?
Right.
As much as I had to think I'd be an egomaniac to run for a president, like how nuts do you go, okay, I got this all figured out. I can figure it out. You just come to me. I'll figure it all out. Like,
Jose, I agree with you.
It sounds like the guy we got in office.
Yeah, like, honestly, I think the reason that Donald Trump wanted to be president is because he wanted to be. He said
I could do it. He's like, I could do this.
He wanted to be infinitely famous. Like, you can be famous on, I host a TV show, but they gotta put pictures of me presidentially all over, like, buildings, like inside of like fraternal orders and all that stuff. It's like I now get respect and fame at the same time.
And Cory, you know this, power is power, man. And the crazy part about power is that there are people that are more powerful than the guys we see in office and the Senate.
Than the most powerful we think.
I believe in that.
For sure.
Well,
here's the thing.
That's Donald Trump?
You're never going to, like you said, they're only going to let us know what they want us to know. And that's as far as it goes. Like the media shows us what they want us to. But now the shit like this is coming out, and now it's a whole nother realm and ballgame.
Let's turn it whereas though now we talked about UFOs and all that, right? Let's turn it because Mike just put up a picture, and I always thought about this too. So I get to ask you guys this question, both of you, right here, right now, and everybody in the comments section. What do you guys think about real life mermaids? Fact or fiction?
See, I'd like to think if it did exist, this would be the other life form that people keep ruling out that's underwater. And there's a lot of things. These underground bunkers are underwater. They try to operate underwater. They have little tubes and tunnels that get you from very, very quick places underwater. I don't see it not, because there's only so far we can go down. There's only so far we can go down. There's only so far they can come up if they do exist. But I am definitely not counting it out. Nothing surprises me anymore. Hey, I'm a God-fearing man. I'm a man of the Bible, and I believe God created all things. And if they're God's creatures, they're meant to be here.
I want your opinion too, but Josh, to piggyback off what you're saying, what have we always said? We always said that movies give us a small detail of things that happen in real life, right? You got Men in Black, you got Independence Day. Yes.
Well,
okay, you got all those old alien movies, and you got The Little Mermaid. Now, where did The Little Mermaid come from? Somebody just sat down and said, you know what? I'm going to draw a cartoon that's going to be half woman, half mermaid. You get what I'm saying? You had
a swimming girl with a fin.
What's your thoughts?
A swimming girl with everybody. Yeah, there's a show on Freeform called Siren, and it's about like killer mermaids, and it's badass. Everybody should check it out. Freeform Siren. It's called Siren.
What do you think,
Cory? What do you feel about The Little Mermaid? That's what he said.
I think mermaids are a sailor's lure, a lonely sailor's lure.
Look at that.
A lonely sailor's lure.
Yeah, I think
what do we got there?
You know what I'm saying?
A mermaid skeleton.
Oh yeah, babe, you like this topic, huh?
That looks fake as shit to me. I'm sorry. But
you think that was doctored up? What was that?
Yeah,
was that Photoshop?
Yeah.
So Cory, you don't believe that, but you believe the Hangar Files?
I said like it's a piece of content, and I don't think that they're giving you the full story because they don't have the full story. Like
we'll never get the full story.
Honestly,
and that's what it is.
The stuff that you put up on your Instagram, the stuff you put up on your Facebook, the stuff you put up on your Twitter is the stuff you want people to know about you. That's the billboard of who you are.
Very true.
Same way they release this stuff is only the stuff they want you to know about them. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not.
I completely agree.
It's not that they're necessarily trying to hide everything. They just don't have all the information, so they're not going to give you all the information. You're going to get what they think is the coolest. They're going to say, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete?
Now, Cory, I'm big on science, bro. And with science,
with the plenty, I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
Now, I'm big on science, okay?
So there we go. Angelo, did you notice what he just did? He just serenaded you. You brought up the Little Mermaid.
I know.
And he gave you the Little Mermaid.
I got to get this out. Ariel.
Ariola.
I'll get to that in a minute. I'll get that in a minute. Flounder, get out of here.
Flounders are real. You tell him.
Yeah, Flounder is real. Yeah. And I heard it tastes
Did anybody watch American Idol?
Check this out.
Arthur Gunn did Kiss the Girl from
hold up.
from The Little Mermaid.
So my thing is that when you break everything down, okay, I look at everything that's piece to me as a scientific piece, okay? And what I learned with science is, science is an educated guess.
Hypothesis is an educated guess.
Science is an educated guess. Anything that involves science is an educated guess. So, for instance, prime example, the Big Bang Theory. Not the show, but the Big Bang Theory has been a theory that has been going around for years. They have debunked the Big Bang Theory.
I don't believe in it.
When I really dove into it myself, as a kid going into high school.
It's a
and
theory.
graduating high school. I'm like, that's bullshit. There's no way that everything in the universe was just pitch black and then boom, stars, planets, solar systems. Bullshit. They debunked that.
Hey, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, Lo, but I think it happened just like that. In Genesis 1:3, God said, "Let there be light."
Then
and
you know what they say? They say, "Listen, I'd rather be a wolf than to be a sheep. I will never be led astray. I'll be leading the pack, if not attacking the other side." You get what I'm saying, Cory?
Well,
I'm always a wolf, never a sheep. Not that Big Bang Theory.
The Lord is my shepherd, and I'll never, ever, ever be fear, ever. Period.
But it's just it's actual fact. It's fact. And Cory, what I'm trying to touch on with you right here is that with science, it goes hand in hand with theories and everything else from there. Because if, like you said, they could put out this and put out that just for people just to gravitate to and say, oh man, they found this or they found that, or they did this and they did that, and they're going to talk about that. It's going to be the locker room talk. That's going to be the water cooler talk.
The banter. Okay? I mean, it's what goes on.
If you're a sheep, then you're going to believe. If you're a wolf, you're going to understand. It's a difference.
No, wolves lead. Wolves lead. I get what you're saying though. Followers and leaders. Wolves lead. Sheep.
I'm a Leo, baby.
I get that.
I'm a Leo. I mean?
I'm
never
a shepherd.
follow. I always lead.
I lead the flock, brother. That's me. But
so Cory, with that science, that mathematical science right there, here you go right here with the Big Bang Theory. You know what I'm saying?
Genesis 1:3.
That's another theory. That was their theory, Josh. Their theory was that it was all darkness, and then out of nowhere, stars, solar systems, planets, all that just happened.
Got it.
Just like the creation of Earth, the moon was another planet that crashed in a molten fire and turned into water. Come on, bro. The Earth is flat. That's another theory. Come on, bro.
Oh, you're not a flat earther, are you?
Come on, bro.
Cory Kastle, how do you feel about the flat earthers? Tell me.
Come on, bro.
Are you a flat earther, Cory?
I think it's absurd, honestly. I think it's very absurd.
I do too.
I had a guy on my podcast who was in the Netflix documentary Flattening the Curve. There's a documentary about flat earthers, and the guy Brian Hickey came on my podcast.
I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want to dumb myself down.
I got to listen to that one. Now I'm curious to see what this guy has to say. How was that, Cory?
It was fun. It was good.
What episode? Why don't you shout out the episode number? What's the episode number?
Are you kidding me?
I don't think so, Mike. That's our producer, Mike, fucking around. You know damn well
we don't. Frozen pizza.
There's no way it looks like that. There's no way.
Frozen pizza, man.
None.
I just googled flat Earth, and that's one of the first images that came up.
Look at that.
I mean, how are we to say if it wasn't?
We got any flat earthers in the house? I want to know that. Are there any flat earthers in our chat watching our thing right now? Don't be scared to come about.
There are flat earthers.
I want to know. I want to know your theories. I want to know.
I'm not going to build and jump. I'm sorry. I love y'all, but just
episode 145.
Check it out. Episode 145, Evolving with Cory Kastle, guys.
Look at this, Cory, Josh. Look at this shit. Are you kidding me?
It's absurd. I believe that beam of light. So do you know something else they said about the they say 9 out of 10 times they take a picture of outer space, there's a UFO that's photoshopped or airbrushed out of it.
See? Hey, Josh,
that's crazy.
Can I ask you a question?
I think that's what that was. They turned it into a light.
While that picture's up, can I ask you a question? How the fuck does the moon get to the other side, or is that the entire Earth right there? Is the Earth a fucking pancake now?
That's a UFO. That's not a moon. That's a comet or something. That's a UFO or a comet.
So how big of a spatula do we need to flip the Earth so it gets warm on the other side? I just need to know. I'm asking for a question.
It's a more.
I mean, it's heal the world type thing. The world needs a lot of healing. The world needs a lot of healing, and it starts with everybody going green. And it starts about people care about the environment.
Oh, my bad. I was in my Dean Martin bag. But Josh, come on.
That's good though. Yeah. I hear you guys. I mean, it's absurd. I needed that laugh though. I really did, man. It's been a crazy rough week for me. One of my closest friends I grew up with really just took me by surprise. He had an issue with his a seizure or something like that, and it just really he passed away a few days ago. Very, very good friend of mine, and my mind was a little bit blown back, like literally, like just like it was the first time I felt the deer caught in the headlights feeling, and yeah, it just it caught me off guard. It really caught me off guard. So I really needed to laugh, and I really needed to see my people, my gang, my friends. And
I feel the same way with my homegirl Bonnie that passed away from brain cancer last week. You know, very good person.
That's my boy, Ant Fingers, right there, guys. South Philly legend, man. He just really it was we were in juvenile detention centers together. We went to correctional school. Kid just always had my back. Any problems I had were his problems. And this was growing up. We lost touch over the years, but we started talking the past 6 months because he saw that I won the title, and we slap tap for hours, talk about, you know, going pro and shit when you're younger and shit like that. Saw me actually doing it. I was happy. I wanted him to come to the fight and stuff like that, maybe get involved. And now I hear this shit. So just prayers for his kids, his family. Rest in peace, Anthony Marcinowski, man. Ant Fingers, man. I'm sorry about Bonnie. I'm really sorry to hear that. So we have a Cory, like living testament to that right here in front of us. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that, though, Ange. I am. That's what Cory survived.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know.
God bless you, Brad. You had angels with you, Cory, man. You really did.
Yeah, and Bonnie, you know, Bonnie put up a good fight, but you know, it got the best of her. And like I said, Bonnie, when I moved around my area, she was actually my neighbor and my bartender. That's the crazy part. And when
so she saw you a lot.
Oh, a lot. You know, she heard me loud in my house, all that. You know, if I had a barbecue, she's over eating and we're drinking, we're having a good time. And she had a barbecue likewise. And, you know, Bonnie was just a spirit that, I mean, you can only get one of those, you know, one of those captivating spirits. And they say that I have an aura, but Bonnie had an aura that captivated everybody. And, you know, she was well liked, well known. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a sad loss. It's definitely going to be a hard miss. And you know, again, I pray for her kids. You know, her youngest just turned 15.
Wow.
You know, and she made it past to see her second oldest turn 21. She died 3 days after his birthday. Sad.
Prayers,
sad.
Brother.
But
so sorry to hear that.
To both of them, you know,
rest in peace, Bonnie. Rest in peace,
it
Anthony. It's sad stuff, man. But you know, we have a great willing testament survivor. My cousin Leah actually beat brain cancer twice. But Cory fucking wrestled that shit to the ground, just like he wrestles everything else in life. And that's a fucking fighter right there, man. That's I'm not even.
Hey, Josh, before we get into it, I want to put this glass up. I want to put this glass up to your man. To your man Ant, I'm gonna put this glass up
for Bonnie.
To Bonnie, may they rest in power. May they rest in power.
Rest in power, guys. Gone too soon. Whew.
It's heavy stuff, man. So
craziness.
Cory.
So that Mexican UFO crash in Texas.
1897?
No. We're talking about the one that surplus haywires.
Oh, Roswell, New Mexico, 1947?
No. I think this is different. This was like you ever hear the chupacabra?
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody ever hear the chupacabra? Cory, you know what the chupacabra is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're saying in Brazil at one point there was this thing running through the hills and it was all goofy, crazy looking. They're saying that thing was it's something, lightning like came out of the sky, something crashed behind somewhere. They went back there, it looked like something was hunched over and had like fins or something like that.
Like fins, yeah.
They tried to go near it and it growled at them. I so heartily believe that was the chupacabra.
You think so?
And yeah, I think it was the chupacabra. I don't know.
You believe in the Yeti?
Maybe.
Cory?
Bigfoot.
Yeah. Cory?
It's all.
Is that the chupacabra? That's the chupacabra. blood-sucking
like
monster.
a pit bull.
That's what it looked like. It looked like a dog. It was like a dog with
like a pit bull, man. That's a red nose.
Who remembers the
right
chupacabra?
With blue eyes.
Everybody who's seen a leprechaun say, yeah.
The Leprechaun movie? With Jennifer Aniston?
Yo, you know what's crazy, man? I hate y'all right now because I ain't gonna lie. When I was a kid, right?
I was scared of it for a little bit. I couldn't watch it.
I know when we were kids. Hey, Josh, check this out. Check this out, Josh. Hey, Cory,
what is that?
We're all around the same
chupacabra.
age. We're all around the same age, so we remember the Leprechaun movies. All right, first one, second one, trash.
But they're great. They're great. I don't care.
Cold classics.
Cold classics.
Do you remember how bright a rainbow was back in the day? When you seen one in the sky, how bright it was? It's kind of faded now, but back then it was so bright. But listen, I used to go chasing the goddamn rainbow, thinking I'm gonna find a pot of gold at that shit. But
oh, is this the leprechaun?
It's the leprechaun story, chupacabra.
The leprechaun say
yeah. See?
He was the leprechaun, man. He had gold teeth.
Suddenly disappears. This
Plasmy gold shilling.
You say
that's him.
Find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
Wow, that's crazy. So, Cory, do you believe in chupacabra?
There's maybe. I don't know. I mean,
I'm confused too. But at the same time, when I see, all these files getting released, like you said, it's all got to come from somewhere. Nobody's just ripping this out of the sky. They're falling out of the sky, and that's how we're getting this information. But nobody's just ripping this out of nowhere and Aesop's fabling this shit. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, the world's a huge place, and we can't have a record of every single species that already exists. There's probably other stuff out there that we don't even know about, but I'm not going to say that it's exactly what drawings look like or exactly what some people's photos look like.
Because we don't know. Yeah.
Right. Like, you ever hear of Joe Rogan talk about the Gigantopithecus or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's what could have been Sasquatch.
Yeah. It's like actually I think it's like a mutated form of Sasquatch.
Right. So
allegedly.
So is that the Yeti? Is that the Yeti thing though? Or
No.
The Yeti something else?
I mean, it could be, but this motherfucker's a monster, bro. He's a monster.
My whole thing is, and Cory was saying this, like, especially in the sea, but even out in the wild and in the rainforest that we're not even close to even discovering every animal that's in there, you get weird ass shit. Like, this is something that's come up on shows multiple times. Like stuff like the fox bat.
Yeah, like this stuff is like
stuff that you see.
Things are crossbreeding out there. Hybrids, man.
It looks like an alien, and you never even heard of it.
You wouldn't know.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
I'm glad you jumped in. So, what fish fucked a woman and turned her into a mermaid? Was it flounder for real?
It might have been
happen.
Like this right here.
Or Sebastian.
Look
That's
at this
an ugly ass fish.
But
so you admit it, sirens are real. Sirens are real.
But this is something.
Sirens exist.
That's an ugly ass fish.
That's an ugly ass fish.
This is something
that's ugly as fuck.
A drunk man back in the day, just discovering the world on a ship, a pirate that's drunk on a bunch of rum, sees something like this in the water. And that's immediate. And first off, he's on a boat with a bunch of dudes, so he's thinking about women, and he sees this.
Nah, man, he was surrounded by a lot of booty.
That next thing you know, that was gold. Next thing
that's
you know,
I
know, but
that's
who knows?
That's a pirate thing.
But these are creatures that, if you didn't know any better, and you didn't, these are creatures that you would swear were alien creatures.
I know.
Yeah, right? And they come from under the water.
That's the old man.
I think that's where they're at. They're all under the water. That's the sirens.
So how about this? My brother got
the underground
boat, right?
bases. There's
My
probably
brother has
like a.
How about all of us become pirates and we go out there and we fucking do our own investigations? What's up?
I don't want you to try to steal my booty.
I hate boats.
What's wrong?
I'll still do it. You can only go down so far. You can only go down so far, though. That's the thing. What's under the under? What's the under? Under the under?
That's an ugly fucking fish. He got dentures.
Damn, yo.
Yo, get Mr. Wilson fish the fuck out of here, bro.
So if that ain't an alien, I don't know what is.
Right. That's an alien.
I'm just saying,
shit.
if we don't put that, if we don't designate that as an alien, then I don't. Yeah.
So
I
are
don't
you
know
saying
what we
that
designate as
aliens nutted from the sky and the sea?
I'm saying chupacabra, and they've been here.
My bad.
They've been here a couple times.
Here's the thing: when you talk about aliens, and just going back to like my dream and stuff, we look at aliens and we have this thought process of aliens in our head of things we've seen on movies and television.
Right.
So we think,
we don't know.
but
we don't know.
Aliens could be water creatures. They could be just beams of light. They could be just things that are transparent. We don't even see them. They could be on different planes of existence than we are. We have this thought process because of our brains and what we've seen as to what an alien is and what they look like. But we don't know. So aliens could come from a place of water. We don't
they could
know.
One Piece.
Mike, you're old enough to know this movie, They Live.
Did you just call me old?
Yes.
He really did.
I did.
So that's why
I call myself old in saying that you're old enough to know. So, but remember that movie They Live when he put the glasses on and those people were aliens and stuff. But when he took the glasses off, Roddy Piper, took the glasses off and they were human form. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You don't.
And
ever
then
know.
again, Josh, like you always say, go back to that real quick because you say, and we both said, movies touch on a lot of shit. Look at Men in Black. The little dude inside the dude's head when they open his face and little dude.
It looked like something out of Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles did that first. They had the dude inside the dude.
They had
remember
Krang.
that?
They had Krang.
You know what I mean? It's Krang. Krang was the bullet, bro.
Yep. So,
like I said,
this topic can go.
We're going to wrap it up now. I want to thank Cory for coming out. I want to thank Angelo for just kicking ass today and representing the Jones Gang on set and doing what he does best.
Absolutely.
Follow at Cory Kastle on Evolving with Cory Kastle.
Definitely.
Saving Jones 17 at the Shot Cult. I am pleased to say we will be back next week with another episode of the Conspiracy Series. As for now, we wish you love, peace, and soul. Thank you.
Be fun. Have safe.